Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to Marvel Month. I made this Marvel Month because I wanted to try to do different types of theme months throughout the year. Like, not throughout the year, like a different type of theme. Because, we have October and December, which have Halloween and Christmas stuff, respectively. And we also got SpongeBob month every year, so fuck it. Why not have 1/3 of the months be themed months instead of 1/4? So I decided to make May Marvel month mainly because, well, there's quite a bit of Marvel stuff coming out in May. For starters, you have what we're about to talk about, the Moon Knight finale. But then this Friday, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness will be coming out, which I'm actually going to watch tomorrow, so can't wait for that. And hopefully I plan to get part 1 of Movie Marathon Madness, the Marvel movies, out sometime this month. I know I've been saying this for almost a year, but I do hope to get it out sometime by the end of Marvel month. Otherwise, then what the fuck would the point of this whole month? So anyway, with all that out of the way, let's talk about Moon Knight. Now, going in, I knew nothing about the character pretty much. Only from what I've heard from other YouTubers talking about Moon Knight, that basically he had a multiple personality disorder, and it had 3 different personalities: Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, and Jack Kelly. Not Jack Kelly. Fuck, I just watched Newsies too, so it was like, it's Jack. But he doesn't show up until the post-credit scene of episode 6, so he doesn't count for this show. So anyway, this show I feel was very similar to WandaVision in how the main thing that it gets you hooked on is the mystery element of it all. Because throughout the first 2 episodes, you were put right into the shoes of Stephen Grant. Stephen Grant, well, he's just this normal guy living in London. He has a job, he has a mother that he calls every day, and he has a social life, and he's a nerd for Egyptian gods and culture, and a bunch of weird shit starts to happen to him. He keeps on finding IDs around his house and people that are calling him Mark. And he has these dreams where they're actually not dreams. He is in locations where there's this dude who's killing people by looking into their future. Stephen is also hearing this voice of the Egyptian god Khonshu telling him what to do and taking control of his body to kick ass. And then we find out at the end of the episode that Stephen actually does have an alternate personality called Mark Spector, who is the superhero Moon Knight, which is basically an avatar for the Egyptian god Khonshu to help protect the world and stuff like that. So yeah, one of the best elements from the first few episodes of this show are the mystery elements on what is even going on. Because those episodes are told from Stephen's perspective. He is completely lost. He just figured out that this alternate personality was existing with his own body, and he didn't even know of his existence. And this alternate personality had a wife. So after episode 2, and we fully got into the superhero action, Stephen even got his own suit for when he transformed into Moon Knight. Basically, when Mark is in control, Mark turns into Moon Knight, and when Stephen is in control, Stephen turns into Mr. Knight, which looks more like a suit, like a classy suit. I figured that this whole show would just be the standard MCU fare with action and some supernatural elements. I was wrong. Okay, episode 3 was kind of leaning into that direction. It wasn't bad, but it was definitely losing the mystery elements a lot. For it's very clear, okay, this is what's going on. And then episode 4 came out, and I was like, holy crap. Because the majority of that episode is the standard stuff that we saw in episode 3 and a little bit at the end of episode 2. But by the end of episode 4, everything changed. Mark and Steven freaking die, and they're in this mental hospital, and we see characters from the show as doctors and nurses, and Mark and Steven are a patient, and the Moon Knight suit is a toy that he's holding, and Stephen Grant is actually the name of this Indiana Jones type adventure hero. The guy who was the main villain is actually Mark's therapist. And so, with the ending of this episode, we're led to believe that the events of the entire series was all in Mark's head. And then later on in the episode, we actually see Mark meet up with Steven right next to him. And at the very end, they meet this talking hippo goddess. And in the next episode, we actually figure out that they are in a purgatory state, which for some reason, they ended up making it look like a mental hospital. So basically, episode 5 is pretty much Marcus Stevens' life flashing before their eyes, and on how Steven was invented by Mark to help protect him from his abusive mother, who blamed him for the death of his younger brother. The two of them were playing in a cave. They both drowned. One of them died, and the other one didn't. And Mark was supposed to protect his little brother, who did die, and his mother was abusive as fuck. To the point where he didn't even show up to her funeral, really. He stood outside, but he didn't come into the party afterwards. I say party like it's a fun thing that his mom died. But then again, she was pretty terrible. And all of it ends up in episode 6, where it's mainly the standard Marvel finale fight scene. But it's not completely that. I do like that we see Mark's wife become an avatar. And the moment where Mark basically leaves heaven to go save Steven, that is freaking awesome. And the two really do depend on each other. And I love the chemistry between Mark and Steven. And Oscar Isaac's performance is amazing. He's playing many different versions of himself. He's acting off of himself most of the time. He deserves all the Emmys. He is fantastic in this show. And yeah, Moon Knight, I really enjoyed this show. It's fun. It's very dark for the MCU, which I do believe Multiverse of Madness is supposed to be even darker. And I had a lot of fun and a lot of confusion trying to figure out what was going on. And recording this video right now, I still don't think I know what fully happened in the show. Can I just say for a minute, this is like the third group of gods to canonically exist in the MCU, the Egyptian gods, because we also had the Celestials in Eternals, and of course the Northern gods. So I'm pretty sure that like every religious person in the MCU right now is just thinking, everything I know is a lie. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this show. Please check it out if you haven't seen it already. A really great watch. And I'm also really looking forward to the next Marvel Disney Plus series, that being Ms. Marvel, which, fun fact, is actually coming out the day after my birthday. So that will be a fun late birthday present. So anyway, guys, that'll be it for this video. What did you guys think of Moon Knight? Please let me know in the comments. And also be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell to be notified on when future videos are uploaded. Marvel month is just beginning. We're going to get another vlog next week about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And you are also going to be getting part 1 of Movie Marathon Madness, the Marvel movies, and something else that I will not tell you in between those two videos. So stay tuned. But anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Excelsior!